I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southwestern Ontario, Canada, and I want to welcome you to my Wednesday afternoon live. I'm just bringing you up on my iPad. It is Wednesday, March the 16th. Can you believe we are halfway through this month? Oh my gosh. And 3 months into the new year. Where has the time gone? My goodness. All right, I have brought you up. Just checking all my lighting here. Please say hello when you join me. Let me know where you're coming from. I do love to hear from you. I do respond to all of the comments that you leave. Please, if you haven't yet, I'm just moving a lamp here. There. If you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button below, as well as the notification bell, so you don't miss any future videos from me. I am on a mission to achieve my goal of 2,000 subscribers. Right now I am just over 1,800 subscribers, so I would love to hit my 2,000 subscribers before the end of April. Wouldn't that be fabulous? And then of course I'm going to have my next goal. I am a goal setting person. All right, so today we're going to be creating with the Waves of the Ocean. This is a promotion that is out of publication, meaning you won't find it in the catalog. You will find it on my blog. All of the measurements and everything like that will be on my blog, product links and everything. After we are all done here, I will put it in the comment in the information section below when we're all done. But this is a fabulous new collection of products that Stampin' Up! Has released. You can purchase all of it for $109.50 plus tax and shipping with just that one order code, or you can purchase separately. Now this bundle here will be in the new annual catalog that goes live on May the 4th. Or is it May 3rd? I'm not sure which one. I do apologize. The designer series paper, the foil, and the rhinestones are while supplies last only. And I am loving these rhinestones and that designer series paper. I haven't really played with the blue foils yet. Also, I want to remind you about the Savings Are in Bloom that's going on all month long till the end of March. It is 20% off select bundles as well as the mini Stampin' Cut and Boss machine, and we will be using that again today. Hello, Mary. Thank you for joining. So this flyer here is also going to be on my blog. All you have to do is click on the link and it's going to open it up, and you can print it out or you can just go over it, whatever suits you. Now before we get started, I just need to do a quick mention. Stampin' Up! Has just told us that they are increasing shipping by 1%. So right now shipping is $9.95 or 10%, whichever is greater. As of April 1st, shipping will be $10.95 or 11%, whichever is greater. So it's just 1% it's going up. Everything has gone up. Gas, groceries, you name it, everything has gone up. Stampin' Up! Has not increased their shipping costs in like 10 years. So it's not that bad. All right. I've paid way more for shipping. I've paid a flat rate of $20 for shipping for some products. So shipping to me is, you know, it is what it is. Hello, Anne. Hello, Marilyn and Jeannie. Thank you for sharing, Jeannie. Sharing is caring, and it's how I reach more crafty friends. I'm just looking and seeing my light here is not great. Just hold one second. And now I've clicked it off by accident. My spotlight, there we go, is a little persnickety, to say the least. It doesn't like to be turned. So, okay, today we're using the Waves of Inspiration along with the Waves dies, as well as the scalloped contour dies. And just move this to the side. Here is the card. I was in a swap with some fellow demonstrators, a group that I belong to. So for this suite of products, so this was the card that I created. And look at that detail in the waves and the different colors. So easy to do, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I added my favorite embellishment, the clear wink of Stella, to my card. I did not color anything on my Pelican other than his beak and his little feet. So let's get started showing you how I went about creating this. So like I said, all of the measurements can be found on my blog post after about 10-ish minutes after we're all done here. You have a dull rainy day making everything very slippery, Maryland or Jeannie. Oh, it's very bright and sunny here in southwestern Ontario. It is gorgeous. It was very foggy this morning. Very foggy indeed. Now look at all my masking tape stuff that I reused. This is my Post-it tape. Let me just grab it here. This is my Post-it removable labeling tape that I have been using. So, and of course, my wave stamp is still on my Stamparatus. Let's move this over here so that I can get that. There we go. It's still on my Stamparatus. It's probably gonna, I got a hair there, probably gonna stay on there for quite some time. All right, so our colors are Pacific Point, Coastal Cabana, and Sahara Sand. And I use the Sahara Sand for my Pelican. So here, like that little Easter chick that I had done last week in the video, I went and stamped in the 3 different ink colors to see what I liked the best. So up here, let's just zoom you in just a smidge. There we go. So we've got Sahara Sand, Crumb Cake, and Smoky Slate. So I stamped all 3 because those were the colors that I was leaning towards, but I liked the look of that Sahara Sand the best. So that's what I used. So I like to do that to have a template to just see what my colors are going to look like, so that I can then go from there. So because I have my already stamped image here, that's giving me an idea as to how high up. Let me move you just a smidge more. There we go. I want you to be able to see. So I'm just keeping at that very edge. I can see the ink. So I'm using my grid paper as well to line this up, although I want more of that wave in there. So let's move you over like that. And then bring that up so that stitching line I can see is right about there. Make sure, again, I am straight. I'm looking at my scallops here to up here, and I am a little crooked. It's the best thing about the grid paper. Okay, so first, before I do anything else, I'm going to stamp my Pelican. So, I'm kind of guesstimating where he is like this, because I know I want so that the posts are coming up out of the water because the waves are crashing around it. So my Sahara sand, ink that cutie up. I love the image of this pelican. All right. So I want him over to the side, and like I said, I want those waves to kind of be splashing around carefully. Don't rock it. There we have it. Okay, close up my ink pad. Now, this is where I go and do all my taping. So what I did was I stamped my pelican and let him dry. I stamped him on that Post-it note tape so that I would have a mask. And I placed it so that it is just up a smidge from the edge. There we go. And I'm okay if I get a little splatter or whatever. That doesn't matter to me. It's like water, right? All right, so then we are going to take, and right along that dotted line, I am going to place my tape. Let's bring that over just a smidge more. So when I was doing my swap cards, I did this like an assembly line. So I wiped it off a smidge here and there so that I could continue going, and then I'd have to wait for a bit as it got really saturated. And then there. So if you take that time to just give that frame a little protection, you're good to go. All right. Oh, you're at the cottage, Marilyn. How lovely. Okay, so we are going to ink up with our Coastal Cabana. All right, are we all in view? Let's scoot you over slightly. All right, so I know that I don't have to go all the way over. So I'm just coming over out like that. I don't care if it gets too far over, but I know that I don't need to. Then I've got a sponge dauber and my Pacific Point, because you know how the ocean has those super dark, and I'm just daubing off on my there we go. All right, I'm just loading that little bad boy up here, and I am going to just daub here and there. Then I'm going to just daub off. Just so that we've got that bit of the other color. And every time you do it, it's going to look differently. Hello, Amy. Shh, don't tell Amy's working as she's watching while she's working. All right, so now we've got that all covered. And like I said, every time you do that, it's going to look a little different depending on where you have placed your sponge daubered ink. And this, you're going to have to, I found that I really needed to come in here on the side, and I do apologize if I'm jiggling it all. So let's open that up and see. See, because I've got my Post-it tape is a little thicker, so I need to come back in and really come at it and press it. Just a smidge more up in there. Got to put a little bit of weight in there behind my pressing down. Okay, let's see. All right, that's okay. There we go. So then, when you carefully take your tape off so that it doesn't hit your image, look at that. And I got the Post-it tape off of Amazon. All you have to do is search it out. Gives that beautiful two-tone look. And then let's just pull you up. And there we have it. And we can just move this right out of the way. And there we have our beautiful colored pelican with the waves. So cool and easy to do. And we all like easy, don't we? All right, so here I was daubing on this, and I've got my grid paper underneath, hiding underneath. So we're gonna take our Pale Papaya, light and dark. I found that I liked this color a little bit more. I found that the Pumpkin Pie was a little dark. I don't know exactly what color Pelican's feet and beak are. I just thought that this would be a good color. And you can go as light or as dark. There we go. All right, so next up, so here we have it. And this paper, I call this the B side. I love this side. This side is very bright and has, to me, is got more going on than the softer muted tones. And then I chose my colors because I thought this kind of looked like a Coastal Cabana kind of with Pool Party, but I didn't want Pool Party because that was too light for me because I really wanted this vibrant. So now to do our, move this to the side, bring in our all right. Are we all the way out? Yes. Okay, so now bringing in our little sister that is on sale for 20% off this month. I've got my 2 cloud dies, and I'm just going to place them on here. I kept it fairly simple. I did not put any sentiment on my card. I didn't pop up my clouds. I just added that bit of Wink of Stella so that they would be nice, and that sparkle, you know how when the sun hits it. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our clouds and I'm just using the side of my brush, and I'm just going along the side of it so that it adds that bit of glitter. And then I'm just going to set it aside for a moment to dry so that I don't get the glitter everywhere. So I don't know if the camera is going to pick that up, but yeah, it's just very, very light, faint, adds that little bit more interest to my cloud. All right, turn that. Being careful not to get Wink of Stella all over my hands. As careful as I can be with this smaller cloud. Okay, I think I'll wipe my hands after before I touch anything else. I think that looks good. All right. That was easy now, wasn't it? Okay, so let's wipe my hands on my pants. My mother would be tisking me. All right, so as you can see, my designer series paper is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and then my basic white underneath it is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I just an eighth bigger is what I like to go generally, just so that it's not too big of a border, not too small, especially when you are creating for swaps and you're doing multiples. So, and this paper here, this pattern especially, really makes me think of the beach. Okay, so then we've got our card base, which is thick basic white. That is 4 1/4 by 5 or by 11, scored at 5 1/2. All right. Then so does anybody here, do you have a special meal for St. Patrick's Day tomorrow? I was going to do beef stew, but Brad might not be home right away. He's got some errands in that to do, so I'm just doing shepherd's pie. So something that he can easily reheat whenever he gets home. And my little strip here, it's just an offcut. Just an offcut. You know when you're cutting down your designer series paper and you've got those little snippets that are left, don't throw them out. 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And it just adds to your inside of your card. Today, March 16th, would have been Brad's grandfather's birthday. He passed away quite a few years ago. Today was actually supposed to be my firstborn's due date. He was due on March 16th, but he was in a really big hurry. Wanted to come at his own time, and he was born on February 21st. So he was quite early. All right, so there we have that. So now we are going to take our clouds. Marilyn would normally cook a brisket. Stopping to grab dinner on your way home. I have never cooked brisket. I don't know how. I've had brisket and it's delicious. but I don't know how to cook a brisket. All right, so I'm going to put one cloud. The bigger one is going to be about right there. And you can see with the Wink of Stella on that how it helps pop it off the page. And then, now because this is going to be overlapping, what you can do is you can take a glue dot, one of the mini glue dots, because it's not, they're not that thick, but it's thick enough that if you were to pop that on there, it's going to make it so that it is raised just ever so slightly. Whoop. And then add a smidge of glue right there. And we want this to overlap slightly like that. Lift that up before I press it down. That looks good. So that just helps bump that up just a titch. Okay, so let's close this up for the moment because we need some dimensionals. I had them out here. What did I do with them? Did I clean them back up again? Yes, I did. I was cleaning up my mess and put them away. Tomorrow is your granddaughter's birthday. How nice that you're going to, she's going to, her meal of choice. That's the way we do it too. The birthday person gets to choose whatever meal and dessert they want. So sometimes they choose, my guys will choose cake. Sometimes it'll be, Damon this year for his birthday chose apple crisp and vanilla ice cream with caramel sauce. Other years it is an ice cream cake. Other years it's cupcakes. Whatever they decide. Okay. So we're just straightening that out, putting that on there, and that Calypso coral just makes it really pop, I think. That looks pretty good. There we go. So now we need to add our embellishments because we love that blingy sparkle. So 2 there, 1 up here. And as you can see, I love these things. So I'm going with the Coastal Cabana here. So we go. Come on. Get on my pokey doodle. Seriously, does not want to come off the sheet. There we go. And get on there. Don't want you to fall. And there we go. My phone was ringing. Alrighty. So I have already taken the time to straighten out my twine, and we're going to create just a teeny tiny little bow. Just to add to it. Because I thought, you know, it needed just one more little thing, I thought. So I like looked in my stash to see what could I add, and I decided a nice little bow would be perfect. So let's just snip Okay, now that is a little big, so let's just hold that center and pull that tight a bit. Pull my tails together and snip. And there is our cute little bow. Now this is a very tiny bow, so you can either ball up your little mini glue dot, or I know you're probably going to think I'm crazy, but I'm going to just snip it in half first. So take this half and just stick it back on there. Now I can take this half and place it, and I'm placing it right here where this zigzags, and it's just less glue dot to fold up. So there, it's not taking up too awful much space, not creating a giant lump. And there, so super cute. And there's today's card. Looks so much more involved and difficult than it actually is. And the sponge daubers are really reasonable. I actually wash mine out. I know some people have dedicated sponge daubers colors. Nah, I wash mine out. I just take it to the sink and rinse it with warm water, because they are our ink is water-based, so it comes out easy peasy with the warm water. All right, where are my punches, stamparatus, tools, and die cutting? I'm just flipping through. I can't remember where exactly they are in the catalog, if they're accessories and more. They're in this section. So here we are, 6 sponge daubers, $7 for 5 of them. So that is on page 129. The link is in my blog post. Really reasonable, I feel. $7 for 5 of them. That you can easily rinse out, and like this one here I was using the other day. I don't care if it's stained. I don't care. Still does the job. So thank you. I didn't know if you would think I was crazy cutting that glue dot, but you know what? As long as you have a nice little pair of scissors, and I cannot say enough about our paper snips that we sell, it makes it easy. You saw how easy that was to just snip that glue dot in half, and it's not adding a bunch of height or anything like that. It's just because it's a smaller glue dot, so it's not quite as big. But yeah, it just helps it along. Same with the adding that glue dot in behind there. It just bumps that cardstock up just a bit so it doesn't go concave on you when you put it on there. So I'm just looking to see any comments here. So Jeannie, happy birthday to your granddaughter tomorrow. Marilyn, you've been learning it. You cook it on the barbecue low and slow. I don't. Corned beef. Yeah, my mom always did corned beef and cabbage. Yeah, I don't like corned beef. So, so it was either, it was going to be beef stew or the shepherd's pie, and I don't add any other, I just do ground beef in my shepherd's pie. I don't like pork. So I keep it fairly simple. So yeah. All right, so I don't see any other questions. Thank you guys so very much for joining me today. It really, I truly do appreciate it. Makes my day. I love when I'm live and you guys are joining me and chatting along. I just makes my heart happy. So if you have any questions about my card or anything, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. And if you love Stampin' Up! Products and ever thought about becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to welcome you to my Sassy Stampers family. And we get everything that's on sale. We get our demonstrator discount on top of that sale price. So it's pretty darn fabulous. I love what I do. And I would love to share the Stampin' Up! Opportunity with you. All right. If you're shopping in my online store, please use this month's host code if your order is under $200. If it's over $200, don't use the code, as you will get your own rewards from Stampin' Up! And I would not want you to miss out on those. Don't forget the Waves of Promotion of the Ocean promotion. My goodness, is while supplies last for the paper and the embellishments. The bundle will be in the annual catalog. If you would like an annual catalog, please reach out to me. If you have placed an order within the last 6 months, you're automatically going to be getting a catalog from me. I get to order them the beginning of April, and I will be getting them prepared and sent out towards the end of April, depending on how long it takes for them to arrive and all that stuff. So if you have ordered in the last 6 months, I'm automatically sending you a catalog. If you have not, I'm going to assume that maybe you're not stamping anymore, or you are shopping with another demonstrator. But if you would like a catalog from me, all you have to do is reach out and ask, and I would be happy to send one to you. I'd be happy to add you to my my list. All right, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again really soon. Have a fabulous day. Happy St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. Hopefully you get some time to craft within the next few days. That's all for now. Bye.